In this video, we are going to see WPF, Windows Presentation Foundation. So WPF, Windows Presentation Foundation, so the application which we are going to develop that are going to run on the Windows platform. So what are the prerequisites required to develop these applications? First of all, to develop any kind of application, we require some environment. So this environment, we are going to use a Visual Studio. So I mentioned as the latest version of Visual Studio 2022. And this WPF will have a UI screen, graphical user interface screen, and how that is going to develop. So here we are going to develop this into the XAML. We are going to develop UI, graphical user interface, using a XAML, and backend coding using a C#. So these are the three prerequisites required. So this is the environment which we are going to use, and this is for the UI to develop a graphical user interface. XAML we are going to use, and this is for the coding, backend coding we are going to use C#. So these three are the basic things required to develop a WPF applications. Then what is meant by the XAML? So XAML is one of the declarative language. So once those who are aware about the XML language, so it's quite similar to the XML language. So it's extensible. If you take the full form of this XAML, is nothing but extensible application markup language. It's a declarative language that is based on the XML only, and it is extensively used to build user interfaces. Which kind of user interfaces it is used? So starting from applications, that is WPF apps, then UWP, Universal Windows Platform, and the Xamarin Forms. And the backend coding, as we mentioned, we are going to develop application in the backend coding, that is a C#. C# is developed by Microsoft, that is going to run on this .NET framework. Okay, so this is object-oriented programming. Okay, it supports object-oriented pillars. Okay, so this supports to the OOPS. It's a TypeScript language. So C#, by using a C#, we can develop desktop apps, mobile apps, and web apps. Also, games we can be developed by using a C# language. So C# language will be useful to write a backend code. So now let's see how to develop a WPF desktop app. Once we install and open the Visual Studio, and then you will find this is the start page after opening the Visual Studio. Then for creating a project, so we have to click on this create new project, and here we want a language. We are going to use a C#, and the platform we are going to develop application for the Windows platform, and the project type is a desktop application. So here you can find the third template which is useful for creating a WPF application. WPF application, a project for creating a .NET WPF application. So click on it and click on the next. So here we can give a project name, WPF app 01, WPF app 01, and solution we are going to give like WPF app solutions. And we can store this into local directory. This is a project. Okay, so I'm saving. So I have given the project name as a WPF app 01, and I'm going to store this project into D drive magnificent WPF, and my solution name is WPF app solutions. Click on the next. So now this is the latest framework of a .NET which is included in this Visual Studio 2022. Click on the create. So it will create a default template for us to develop a WPF application. So now you can see by default 2 pages has been opened. First one is the main window.xaml, that is extensible application markup language page, and this is a backend code, main window.xaml.cs. So now it's loading. It will take a little bit time to load it. So now you can see by default how much things getting created here. So you can just pin this one and you can see. So in the WPF app solutions, one project which we created, that is WPF app 01, and the dependencies all .NET Core and this WPF desktop application, the app.wpf, this dependencies got added, that is the frameworks got added. And here by default that is app.xaml got created. In the app.xaml, here it's startup URI. So when we are going to run this project, so this main window will be the first thing which is going to run, and this will be visible to the user. And if you want to write some backend code for this app.xaml, if you want to execute something here, then we can write it here in this partial class of app, that is the backend code. And now coming to this main window. So this is the main window which is going to run when user is running this application. Okay, first of all we'll check this. First of all we'll check what are the things available here. Now if you want to see these two things together, then you can click it here. One option is there, vertical split, horizontal split, and this is a collapse pane. So you can click on this page, click on this vertical split, so it will split and it will be available for us to see both window. Okay, so we can just zoom in, zoom out from here. So I'll make it small, 50%, so it can be visible for us while changing the details. Okay, so now here this window is a default which is get created here, and these are the some namespaces. So these are the XML, NS, all the default namespaces got added, and this is our local namespace, that is nothing but our project name, WPF app 01. So this title of main window, so here is the title of main window. So we can change this one, my first WPF app. So it is got updated here. Even also we can change this height and width, let's say make it 550, so it got increased. Width also we can change, let's make it 700, so width also got changed. Now by default this WPF XAML will give us a grid. So they have declared one grid because this full screen occupied with this grid. So inside this window, so this window is a root control. Here we can say is a root control or a base control. In XML we are calling as parent node or root node. So here in the XAML is a root element, that is a window. So inside a window we are going to write all these controls. So there are two ways directly we can start writing the control design here. If you do not aware about the XAML how to write it, you can also drag and drop from this toolbox. So here are all these toolboxes are available here. So let's say first of all we'll pick this label and we'll just drag from this toolbox and we'll keep it here. So label will get created here. Okay, and if I give some name to this label or content to the label, hello world. So we can see here hello world got created, and we can apply multiple properties to it like font size and all. Let's make it font size 30, so it is visible for us. Let's make it 50, so it is getting visible for us. So all other properties also we can change, or here also we can add manually. If you know the XAML design how it works, and if you are a beginner, you can add the controls from here itself. And if you are already worked on these type of application, then you can add from here like button control and all. Let's say I'm adding one button control. So this is a click me button. Let's say click me button we are going to add. And okay, so now this is taking a whole space, so I'll just make this size and all. Height of this page, let's say make it 30, and width of this page, let's make it 200. So this way we can create this click me button, and also we can give additional properties of this button. Here let's give the additional properties. Let's say font size, so it will be visible for us. So font size, make it 30, and this width or height we have to increase like 50. So this way we can add multiple controls into it. So this is a label control, and this is a button control what we have added here. So this hello world, basically for while learning any programming language, normally we used to add this hello world. So now this save this, and we can build this WPF app 01. So let's see how it is showing. Yes, now build is succeed, and we can run this application to check how it is showing. So now you can check. So this is our first WPF applications. Here we have shown the label hello world, and this is a click me button.